starting off first, the no-holds-barred street fight. Brock Lesnar and Dean Ambrose. RJ, starting with you. Who do you got, the Beast or the Lunatic Fringe?
Gotta go with the Beast. They've done nothing on TV to give me a reason to think Dean Ambrose will win. I don't think Dean Ambrose should beat Brock Lesnar. And I'm just going to go with that. And if they have any wide family interference, I'm going to fucking be pissed. I hate interference, especially riddled interference, and there's no need for them to be there. And I think Lesnar should win, and that's what I'm saying. Lesnar.
I'm thinking Ambrose is on the verge of victory. Wyatt family comes in, attacks both guys, but at some point Lesnar, gets the upper hand and picks up the victory. But either way, I agree. Wyatt family should not get involved. I feel like they will, but they shouldn't. And Brock Lesnar will win. It's going to be a case of making Ambrose look strong in defeat. He's going to have a hell of a fight. Put the Beast through absolute hell with all these weapons.
Could you see, if say that the Wyatt family interferes?
Okay.
Lesnar picks up the victory. Could you see them doing a tag with Ambrose and Lesnar versus the Wyatt family down the line? Lesnar gains his respect, or vice versa, I guess.
I could see that. I don't think Lesnar has he been? No, he hasn't. He hasn't done a tag team match at all since he came back. He never does tag team matches. I mean, I feel like he's a character that just kind of goes at it alone.
Yep.
So I don't know if that's realistic from a storyline standpoint. But I'd like to see it. I mean, he's basically a babyface. He's whatever they want him to be, basically. But if they do want to do the Wyatt Lesnar program down the line like SummerSlam, which I feel like is the plan at this point, I don't really care because the Wyatt family is buried beyond belief. And they could do that tag team match on a special or something. Yeah, Battleground maybe. And they would have to win. I don't fucking know. But anyway, I feel like Lesnar is going over. And if Ambrose wins, I'll be thrilled. He hasn't lost the match to Lesnar. He hasn't been pinned at Mania in 3 years, which was also a DQ match, no DQ match against Triple H. So we'll see.
Shawn Michaels interfered too.
Shawn Michaels, riddled with interference from Paul Heyman and Shawn Michaels and whoever else. But anyway, I would love to see a Dean Ambrose victory. He would get a huge rub from beating the Beast and being the first one to pin the one in 22-1 for the first time in 3 years. But I got Lesnar going over. So Mike, who do you got going over, Lesnar or the Lunatic Fringe?
This is Lesnar's gonna win, but I feel like it's such a missed opportunity because I could talk about this for 15 minutes. I'm obviously not going to, but there's just so many things. There's so many different ways you can book this match. And the thing with Brock Lesnar, and I love the way he's booked. He's booked the way he should have been booked when he first came in against John Cena. His first year, back in 2012, he was booked kind of like shit. Losing to Triple H, there's no excuse for that. Another instance of Triple H put his ego over at WrestleMania. But the thing about Brock Lesnar is, especially now that he broke the streak, it's going to take somebody special in order to beat him. Not only just beat him, but to beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. It's kind of like Brock Lesnar is like the new streak, if that makes sense. Because whoever beats him, especially at WrestleMania, is a made man. And that's why part of me really, really, really wants Ambrose to beat him. And if they had any balls at all, they would have Ambrose beat him. Obviously not clean. There'll be some shenanigans. But if Ambrose beats Brock Lesnar, he's a made man. He's already a star. But if he beats Brock Lesnar, it's basically like putting a rocket to his back and just letting him go. Because, but I don't think they view Ambrose like that. I think if they did, they would have had him beat Triple H at Roadblock or done something. I just think that they kind of view him, as a talented guy. But I don't think that they view him as this mega star. He's someone that's going to be there and put on good matches.
It's kind of like Daniel Bryan.
He's not going to get, exactly. He's not going to get that crazy, monumental win. It would be awesome if he beat Brock Lesnar, but I don't see it happening. So I got the Beast. Going over. But I like the build to this match has been awesome. And I hope they book it. Like they did. I think they should book it like Lesnar Punk, where Brock dominates and then Ambrose kind of has that never say die attitude. Keep coming at me. So be interesting to see. I like how Ambrose 2 weeks ago gets a chainsaw. Was going to kill Brock Lesnar? What? But no, definitely Brock Lesnar.
I totally agree. It seems like they view him, like RJ said, in that Daniel Bryan slot as like a B-plus player, as not really the guy or like one of the main event stars, but he's always going to be there. He's a reliable hand, which I disagree with because he should be one of the guys. And now that you mention it, if they had Ambrose go over, he's a made man, like you said, Mike, and he would benefit huge from the victory. And as you said, he's already a star, but to seeing him win on Sunday and be the one, to beat the one in 21-1 or 22-1 at this point, would be awesome. But the way that I would book it, have Ambrose go over, have Reigns win the championship, he goes heel that same night. I don't know what they're going to do. That's not happening, but in a fantasy booking scenario, Reigns wins the belt, he goes heel. You have a ready-made program with Reigns and Ambrose for the championship, brother versus brother, going into the spring for the title. Not going to happen, but I would love to see it. Reigns is like, Ambrose is like, why the fuck did you turn your back on me?
That's one of their problems right now, is that, not right now, it's actually been for the past few years. And so I understand they want to protect their made guys, protect their investments. They want to protect John Cena. They want to protect Brock Lesnar. But there has been instances where, Bray Wyatt beats John Cena at WrestleMania 2 years ago. He's a made man. Like, there's just so many different, instances where if they put one guy over one of these established stars, you have a star on your hands, and for whatever reason they don't pull the trigger on it, and that's why they don't have any stars. They haven't had a star since John Cena, a made star, someone that they created, basically.
I think that's because, when you look at the WWE, who are the two biggest images of people that you think of? Think of John Cena and you think of Brock Lesnar, okay. I think.
I was going to say Randy
When
Orton.
you're going to send somebody to a media day or on a TV show or something that's going to get mainstream, who are you going to send? You're going to send John Cena and you're going to send Brock Lesnar. You're not going to send Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
You probably won't send Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins.
Starting to.
Seth Rollins was starting to get to that point, but he is not even remotely close to where John Cena and Brock Lesnar are right now for the company. If they left tomorrow, the WWE might fold because they don't have any stars. And then when Rollins is kind of getting to that point, he got hurt. And I don't think they view Ambrose in that star mentality because he kind of just looks like that dirty guy that's in the streets of Boston.
He's like Punk.
Yeah. Well, I think Punk was more...
He was a little bit bigger than Ambrose, but he's the same thing. He doesn't look like the guy.
Yeah.
Perfectly. We all have friends who aren't wrestling fans, quote unquote. But if they turn on sports or they see John Cena, they can name John Cena. If they see Brock Lesnar, they know who Brock Lesnar is. They know who John Cena is. And if you put Dean Ambrose in front of a casual person or casual individual, they have no idea who Dean Ambrose is.